Hi, Aries. Welcome to your tarot reading. So, if you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I do appreciate it. Make sure to follow along on TikTok and YouTube. I'm trying to grow a spiritual community between those two social media platforms. And um, I just, I really want to help a lot of people this year. And it's been a huge goal for me to build a spiritual community. I recently reached 7,000 on TikTok, so I'm super excited about it. And I'm almost at 200 on YouTube, so I'm almost halfway to my goal. Once I reach 500 on YouTube, I'm going to give away a free tarot reading. And once I reach 10,000 on TikTok, I'll give away a free tarot reading. So you'll have two opportunities to win if you follow along on both platforms. But if you can only follow on one, I completely understand. And any interaction is very much appreciated. It does help the channel get seen and gets me out there. So I really appreciate you guys doing all that you do and helping me out. So if you are new, I'm going to pull two of these oracle cards, get an overall feeling for the energies, and then I'll pull from the tarot. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what Spirit wants to come out for the collective. And I did bring out the angel animal. I always want to say angel animal. I have an animal oracle deck that I do, but these are the angel oracles. I've been really drawn to that one lately, and I just follow my intuition when it comes to the oracle cards. So I'll pull one or two from there. I think one collective had three, but whatever Spirit wants to tell us will come out today with the cards. So what do we have for Aries, spirits? What do we have for Aries? Yeah, you got three. Sweet. All right, so what do we have? Oh, I love this. All right. Cultivation. You're in the growing phase right now, and you must continue to water the seeds you have planted in order to reap the rewards. I love that. So kind of like Seven of Pentacles energy. In the flow, the universe is sending you help. Tap into your inner power and go deeper to create the purposeful life you really want to have. Love it, love it. So kind of just go with that flow, be in the flow. Use your influence for change. You may do public speaking, social videos, or interviews. Your voice and opinions are important. I love it. So maybe you're like me. Maybe you're trying to grow your collective. You're a fellow fire sign. I'm a Sagittarius. I don't have a lot of Aries in my chart, but I definitely feel like fire signs are going through a lot of changes and kind of cultivating a lot of new things, bringing in things that they want. So love that for you, Aries. Let's see what the tarot has to say for you. I will have my website up and running here in a couple of weeks. So I've had a lot of people ask me about private readings. Those will be available again. My coaching programs will be available. I've got more options on there. It's very interactive, and there's some free downloads for you guys. And you can look up like astrology stuff, tarot stuff. So definitely check it out when you get a chance. There's also stuff on there you can purchase, some smaller programs and ebooks. And then I have, of course, all my coaching and my private readings will be available. So I've been trying to do private readings on top of working 48 hours, and it's just been really overwhelming. So I had my books closed for a while, but they'll be open again. So we have the Tower. Wow. The Lovers. Dang, starting off heavy there, Aries. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the Devil, Four of Swords, Two of Cups, Page of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, love it. And then on the bottom, we have the Two of Wands. So I always take the bottom card because it's like the underlying energy. The Two of Wands is about planning. It's about making a decision. He is standing here between these two. Twos are about decisions and partnerships. So he's got this globe here in his hand. He's got the world at his fingertips. He has the whole world at his fingertips there. So I feel like this is about planning and maybe making a decision to move into something new. It can be about like a partnership or an expansion or financial planning, whatever that is for you. Maybe you're trying to start a new business and you're just kind of trying to plan things out. So the situation we have here is the Tower. I feel like you're either going through a tower, or you recently have gone through one, or you're currently going through one. So the Tower, it doesn't have to be negative. I know a lot of people see it as a negative, and it can be a big change, which can be perceived as a negative. But if you look at it in a positive light, once everything falls and this tower has fallen, you can build everything from the ground up. You can build it stable so that things don't fall apart again. But things have to fall apart for things to come together, if that makes sense. So And this can just be like a very sudden, fast change. It doesn't mean everything's falling apart. So, perfect example is I was having, I had a boss at work that I did not want to work with anymore. And, I complained about them and nothing was getting done. And they were constantly on me, constantly on me. I just didn't like the way they belittled me. And then all of a sudden, one day they were gone. And, I'll never know what happened. I'll never know the full story, the situation. But that was a tower moment for me. And I realized towers don't always have to be negative. Yes, they're about sudden changes, but it doesn't always have to be seen in a negative light. So I always try to look at the positive, but I am a Sagittarius. So the blockage here is the lovers. So this can be a love relationship, a partnership, a union. It can also be about a choice. So again, this is a general reading, so it's going to be different for each of you. What situation are you going through? Like, as far as a tower moment, are you not making a choice? Did you have a tower moment because you weren't making a choice? Or is this about like some kind of union, whether that's a love union, work partnership, business partnership? So the root of this is the Page of Pentacles, which is perfect what I was just explaining, because the Page of Pentacles is like a new stable financial offer, but it's definitely it's a message. So pages are messengers, but this is stable. This is new. And again, after that tower, you can build anew, and Pentacles are very, very stable. So I feel like there is a new stable, whether that's in love or whether that's in business, it is new and it's very stable. So in the recent past, we had the Queen of Pentacles. This could be someone that you're dealing with. It's an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Sorry, I had to think about it for a minute. Earth sign, very grounded energy. This can just be you. After the tower moment, you got very grounded. This is like a nurturing. Maybe you're taking care of yourself now. You're being more grounded because of this tower moment. It does kind of root you in, but it's also about just taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, being, abundant in yourself, being generous to yourself. So I definitely feel like you need to nurture yourself, especially after a tower moment, because that can like really jar you. Your higher self or your subconscious, we have the devil. So this is about like addictions, which doesn't have to just be substance addictions. It can be shopping addictions, food addictions, negative habits, like negative mindsets, negative patterns that get you stuck in the things, whether that's making wrong decisions, or, eating the wrong things, drinking the wrong things, putting the wrong substances in your body. But this is definitely about like feeling trapped and feeling stuck, because these two people here are in chains, but they could free themselves from this. So I feel like you just need to free yourself from anything that you feel like you're going through right now, and try not to sit in any negative mindsets. In the immediate future, we have the Four of Swords. So this is about like rest, relaxation. I feel like after a tower moment, you definitely need to relax and meditate, and kind of maybe just take a break here from whatever this tower moment was, whether that's in a work situation or any kind of relationship in your life, whether it's love, business partnership, families. Sometimes families would kind of just need a break from anything toxic. So your advice from Spirit is the Two of Cups. This is, again, two is a choice. It's also about like, it can be union with self, like your masculine and feminine energy, but it can also be about a union. So advice from Spirit as far as union, maybe you need to take a look at this union, at this partnership, or, this could just be Spirit recommending that you look into partnerships, whether that's a love relationship or a business partnership. But that's definitely, twos are about partnerships, and embracing harmony. Twos are about like decisions and harmony. So the influence, or in your immediate environment, we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is like a knowledge, learning something new. It can be open to messages, whether that's from Spirit or others, but it's also about like be curious and explore, gain knowledge, maybe study something. So maybe you're learning something. Maybe you did learn something and that's what caused the tower moments, but it's definitely about knowledge and being open to messages. So your hopes and fears, we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a financial offer or stable offer. So you're definitely wanting some kind of stable offer, whether that's in your business or in a love relationship. Again, it's going to be different for each of you, but it's like being focused and determined on your goals. So I definitely feel like you're determined and you're focused on what you do want here. And then the overall outcome, we have the Ace of Pentacles, like this new stable beginning, which is exactly what you're calling in here, because we have the Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. So you're definitely moving into a more stable, more grounded. So this can be about your home. You know, if you see this back here, it's like a gate, a gateway, or it could be a garden gate, like opening you up to complete abundance, whatever that garden may be for you. Or it could be opening up to a house. If that's the stable new beginning, it could be opening you up to finances. Whatever the stable new beginning is that you've been calling in for yourself, that is what's coming in. So that's what's going to be offered to you. And I realize going through a tower moment is not easy. So, but you do have great things coming in here. So let's see. What does Aries not see coming, Spirit? What does Aries not see coming? Awesome. Okay. So if this is about a love relationship, this is about someone putting in the work, like giving to this relationship. They are dedicated to your needs. You're dedicated to their needs. If this is about work, then this is about you honing in on your skills and your skills coming into use here. And then we have the 10 of Wands, which is like burdens. Like you're carrying a lot of heavy burdens here. Obviously, you've been through a tower moment, but that's the end of this. So if you look back here, like there's this house, he's almost there, and then he can put all of these wands down. So I feel like you're at the end of whatever this tough cycle was, and you're going to be able to release those burdens. And then this is expansion and growth. So these are the things you don't see coming. This expansion, this growth, it can be about travel. So maybe you'll be traveling for work. Maybe you will move your work from either being at a business to moving to home, or maybe you have a home-based business and you're moving to an office. You could be traveling for work, or you could just be traveling in general, but it's about expansion and growth. You see these ships back here, what makes me think of travel, but it's definitely about growth and expansion, whether that's growth in a relationship, progress in financial gains. Again, whatever you've been calling in for you, there's expansion there. What are the actions and advice for Aries, Spirit? What's actions and advice? What do we need to focus on for Aries, Spirit? Awesome. Yeah. See, we've got the 9 of Wands, and then what we didn't see coming was the 10 of Wands. So this is just about perseverance, that last stand, that last leg. I feel like you're just, you went through this tower moment, you're getting through this, and you're just dealing with the last little bits of this, and then you're going to come to the end of that, because we also have the World card here. So you had that 10 of Wands in what you don't see coming. Right now you're dealing with this. Just persevere, push through this last stand, because you're ending cycles. This is a completion of something, and you're moving into a more abundant energy, or this is like a completion, a fulfillment of some sort, and an achievement. So you're definitely pushing through whatever that tower moment was. And then we have the 5 of Swords here, which is about like rivalry and conflict. So it can be mental, because swords are about our thoughts. So you could be mentally conflicted, but this is also like, don't feed into conflict. Don't get sucked into like conflict with others, especially with this, with these oracle cards here, the cultivation, the in the flow. Just be in the flow. Don't feed into any conflict. Don't get sucked into any negativity with that devil energy that's up here. I feel like this is just choose your battles wisely. Not all battles are worth fighting. So just focus on what you have coming in. Focus on the new beginnings, because you definitely have a new stable beginning coming. Let's see. Any other messages for Aries, spirits? Oracle card. Oh, okay. That's like 5 cards. I can't. We can't do all that, Spirit. Come on. For Aries, please, spirits. There we go. Abundance mindset. If you think your abundance is something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you'll experience. I love that. So sit in that. Definitely, since you have that coming, that potential outcome. I mean, you've obviously been through something. Don't let that affect your mindset. Don't let that negativity hold you back. This devil mindset you had here in your subconscious, move into this abundance, this fulfillment type of energy. Definitely, do some manifestations, do some affirmations, sit in a positive mindset, because this is awesome. I mean, you've definitely been through something, or you are going through something now, but you're calling in a whole new stable beginning. And I love this for you, Aries. So I hope this helps. I hope I can bring you some clarity. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.